Alright, hello there. How y'all doing? Ooh, it's Monday. Time for some more magic. Time for some more Lorwyn. So tomorrow is Lorwyn Alchemy release coming out, which means the next couple streams that we do over the next couple weeks will be Alchemy editions. But today is before that, so we'll be just doing normal Lorwyn shenanigans today. Also think Slay the Spire will be back on Friday. I think we've done a couple weeks of full on Lorwyn time, so back to normal for now. But yeah, hope you're all having a good Monday. Ugh. What am I feeling today? I'm feeling Bitter Blossom. Of multiple varieties. Yeah, that's like a mythic, whatever. It's what's on my brain. Thinking about Bitter's Blossom. We'll see. Thinking about Mole's Drifter. Alright, we want our draft here. And let's jump on in and see what we come up with for today. The Bitters Blossom Cocktail. Okay, 3-2 is where that is. Is the original favorite Bitter Blossom on the bonus sheet? It is. The bonus sheet in here is really rare. I don't know that we've seen more than like a card off it. I think we passed a Manamorphose or something like that. It's like a 1 in 60-ish. Which means every 3 drafts, one person would open one card, give or take. And that might not even be passed, so, you know. I don't know that we've gone deep on Merfolk time. And well, we've had a Merfolk. I guess that was Elemental Merfolk. We also got a lot of the off, well, if we want to start with a direction to go into Merfolk, we've played with Disruptor of Currents before, when we were copying this in our Elementals deck. The card's very powerful. Very disruptive, very flash, very big. Celestial Reunion is also, like, quite real. A lot of decks are gonna just have enough for this to be Green Sun Zenith for type. Merfolk is a little more narrow from what I like. Merfolk has a lot of power, but the power is really obvious in my mind. The Silvergill Mentor, the +1/+1 your team, a couple bits like that. We have a lot of removal in this. Assert Perfection, Feed the Flames, Bog Slither's Embrace, Liminal Hold. This is a pack that just has removal for days. Lissalana Dignitary and Mud Button Curse Tosser. Curse Tosser's kind of cool. We'll pick up the Disruptor knowing that it's a good place to be. Cinder Strike, Silvergill Peddler, Blight, Rot. Spell Snare is constructed. I don't believe in this unlimited. A lot of these are the two that kind of speak to me immediately. Blight, Rot, and Cinder Strike. Cinder Strike's cheap, effective, good. Yeah, Spell Snare, very good for constructed. This is a card that like sees some real play there. It's just in limited, like there's not as many things for you to want to hit on two. Morkan's Eyes. We can always give the elves another ride. This is actually a very heavy elf pack here. Twin Flames. This is not an elemental. I can pick up the Peddler. That seems so low compared to the rest of this. It's still maybe fine. I'm fine with the Peddler. It's just so much worse than a lot of the other cards in here. What if I do pick up the... Alright, hold on. Yeah, I'm seeing that there's not a lot of the... Like, unexpected assistance is fine, but, like... We can shift a different direction with this. Perhaps even find a way to get this Disruptor into the deck. This a lot of Dignitary wants us to be a little heavier in elves, but so does the... Hello. Champion of the Weird. I think this card's incredibly powerful. We need a goblin for it, so we either need to be in on the goblins or changelings. But, like, I'm completely fine picking that up. And this is... The Champion of the Weird, by the way, is very... The pain! The pain! Like, we're just throwing bees. Wasps, I suppose. Goat Snap. Let's pick up a Changeling Wayfinder to try to square the circle on what's going on here. Overgrown Tomb, Blossoming Defenses, Surly Farrier. This is how I'm gonna try and bridge the gap. This is a funky looking one, it's fine. Great Forest Druid, okay. Okay. Maybe we get, like, Maryland Pack 2? I don't know. We picked up the Disruptor, and then blue sorta isn't where things are open. We picked up the Champion, but there isn't a huge amount of goblins. But we can pick up Fixing. And we can leave ourselves open. We also have Liminal Hold tabling? That says a lot. Could white be real? Is that better than just picking the Evolving Wilds? Maybe. We have a ton of Fixing available in all directions. Yeah, Disruptor's just a card. The problem is that double blue is very difficult on a splash. Like, this isn't a card I'm happy to splash because double blue is, like, a high ask. Though, I think the last 6 picks we've made have been a fixing. So, we can just kind of do whatever. Champion of the Path? Prisma Basher? Prisma's Basher. Can we get, like... We're not... Convoke cares about color of creature, but we have to have blue creatures, which means blue mana, which means including more blue in the deck. Like, unless we're specifically playing either the Changeling that flashes or the Changeling with Reach. Just pick all the champions. I'm gonna get this Prisma Basher back here. Silvergill Mentor, Eclipsed Boggart, Eclipsed Kithkin. We're not doing anything real, which means all these cards are really fake. All these good payoffs and none of them are what we're doing. How do we fix this? How do we tilt the draft to be playable with what we have going on? Do we try to go for the Boggart and get more champions? It's like Kithkin, Mentor, Kill Spell, Marrow. I'm gonna tilt this way. Kithkin Sentry, huh? Pro Tour was really fun to watch last weekend. The top 8 had a lot of different decks going on, a lot of silly, weird combos that had a lot of pieces of interaction going on. I feel like the Kithkin was like the normal thing to be doing here, but we're not doing anything normal, so that's okay. I'm just gonna assume we can play any cards in any color. And that's gonna be our deck will be fine based on being able to play any cards in any color. Now, I feel very much though we didn't find a lane to play in pack 1, which has led us to disaster at sacrifice here. I don't. How do we? Okay. How do we get this to be a deck? Get the blue to be playable? A puzzle. I think we're gonna try to get away with a lot of... Okay, alright, well. Sure. Okay. This is fixing. Search for a land, reveal it, put it in your hand. Okay. Non-creatures you cast have conspire. No, thank you. Fae, Moonlit Lamenter. Basic Land Cycler. Where am I getting... Off of your deck? Is that where I'm getting it? Is that where I'm... Yeah, maybe that's where I'm getting it. Pity Fists, Pitiless Fists, Boulder Dash, Shimmer's Creep. I don't know how I'm getting this into play. I don't quite understand why Fae are so non-existent in this set. Like, to me, Fae are a very, very key part of Lorwyn Shadowmoor, and outside of, like, Bitter Blossom, the Bitter Blossoming, like, they don't get any of the, like, cycle cards. Flaring Cinder, you can help out. Changeling. Changelings are gonna be... Yeah, Changeling Wayfinder. We're not one creature type enough for Inferno. No, this one is like... This one's me nodding a lot, trying to figure out what we're doing. Yeah, sure, you got it, boss. Get in there. A little late to be able to get Doran going for real, but you know, we gotta do what we can. Yeah. Okay, let's figure out where this ends. Okay. So... God, I picked up that, like, Morgan's eyes, and it just isn't... Okay. You... You... and you... I think we're playing these 10 the Sprigs. I don't think we're playing Champion of the Weird. Maybe we are. We need to play as many of these 10 the Sprigs. How am I getting red mono for Vibrance? I don't think I am. We're playing like mono blue Doran. That's what this looks like to me. Yeah, I don't know how I'm still playing Pirate Strike. We could try to drop the black more. But that's where like our removal is. Like maybe drop the Shimmer Creep. Drop the Blackthorn, put in Unexpected Assistance and Archers? Okay. We can double red off of Great Forest Druid and Feardock Core. I'm playing 3 copies of 10 the Sprig. That's how you know this deck is... What's our changeling count? 4. I don't think I can fit the Champion of the Weird in here. It's gonna be the non-mana text on this is 4, make it a 4/4. All right. Place your bets now. Baracho draft. Uh-oh. Yeah, this one's easy. Okay. So we want to go grab blue. So is our opponent just playing this as a 2-drop? Okay. No 3-drop. All right. Luminelusk. Still no 3-drop. Are we discarding? Well. This is cost 1 less thanks to Doran. There we have it. Another victory for Doran. Yeah, if its toughness is greater than its power, costs 1 less. That was definitely a victory by us. Where were these opponents for my good deck? I'm sorry. Your deck has to be below this bar to get opponents that keep the 2-lander and never draw land 3. Easy. Yeah, this is actually good. 3 colors, 2-drop into a removal spell with a draw spell. Alright, kudos. Let's see if Jimmy's got the strength. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and tend the sprig here. We're gonna go get a green so that Vibrance is castable. That's the idea behind that. Well, I found the Blight Rot. I probably have to just take that down now. I don't think that can stick. But yeah, Vibrance goes and grabs. Oh no! Well, you know. All right. I'll fight you. I spent my removal and immediately got hit for it. Sonar is a game-winning threat alone. Which is why we're going to try and use Sonar to be a game-winning threat. So Soulbright Seeker can ramp right now. They've got enough red for it. So they've still got 6 mana. Yep, there's the 6 mana. And a Flamekin. And then they're going to play the Changeling. Okay. Okay, well... well, you know, it's sometimes, well, you know, it, it's fine. We just need to find a way to get Sonar to stop drawing them a million cards. Luckily, those are all blue. They just get one of them instead of the 3. Probably the Noggle the Mind. Because Noggle the Mind gets Vibrance off the table. Deeply thinking, because the draw 3 is also really good here. Okay. Ah, they're gonna Noggle our Sonar. Okay, well. Oh boy, how do we want to start? I think I'm going to do this and leave up Unexpected Assistance. We'll try to Dream Harvest next turn. There's nothing big enough for me to Blossom Bind here, and we can't stop Sonar with it. It doesn't remove its text. Perhaps our opponent can provide. Alright, Sonar. Another Noggle and another... Oh my god. Okay. We're trying to hold it back. Okay, Flamecaster the second. So now they're 4 drops to hit us for 4. We need Dream Harvest to, like, flip a Wrath of God off of our opponent. This might just be cast and give us 1 5-drop. Sonar is just such a must-kill. We're still here, though. I don't think it's possible to deck them out with Dream Harvest. It goes until we hit 5 mono worth of cards. Which, like, could stop after 1. Okay. They didn't want to bounce any of our other creatures. Okay. Hi, Doran. These are really good cards. Pyrrhic Strike finally turns off the... Okay. Okay, I think we're good. So, like... Get Sonar off the table. Great Forest Druid. And now, like, the Flame Casters are our problem. But we stopped them from having the infinite draw engine now. Now they just have, like, the 3 cards they're working with, which one's a known 4-drop, and then, like, hopefully it's like a land and like a... Yeah, sure. That's an extant 2. Blighting for removing the Noggle? We couldn't have done it on Sonar because that would have killed Sonar. I'll be honest, the reason was because I was looking over here and didn't think about the Noggle on the blight on that. I was thinking about, like, blighting to get rid of a treasure, which was way outside of what I cared to do. Usually the answer to why did you make this really dumb play mistake is, I didn't see it. I'm gonna be real with you. Okay. Well... Screw it. That was the wrong order. Because I don't think I want to cast this. Actually, it's fine. Hold on. Give me that. Okay. Wait. Most of my board is elementals. Yeah. Like, that's not actually as good as it looks. Want to trade. What do I want to re-Omni-Changeling on? Because this was a Noggle. Okay. That's probably what we want to Omni on. Let's go... Blossom Bind. Doran. Druid. And then we've got a whole lot of threats still available. Okay, what are you ramping up to? What? Do you have a... The fireball doesn't go face in this set. Oh, it's just draw 3, okay. This is the problem in my mind. The enraged flamecasters are gonna kill us. I might have to copy Vibrance? We need to get these off the table. I can copy Lusk for 5 life. What would 2 Dorans do for us? Be killed by the legend rule. Oh no! You have it too? Sure. At least none of these were 4 drops. What a terrifying turn. That was so much mana out of our opponents, and like these flamecasters are still so killer. Copying Vibrance would gain us life. Alright, they don't have enough reach to be able to kill us here. We're just gonna gain 5 life. Hopefully that's good enough. Okay, that does bonk us. If they all out, I think we're good because we kill too much of their board. That does 4? It kills Vibrance? Okay. God, they're all out there look scary. I'll be honest, their all out still looks very scary. They're on top deck. They have... Let's see. Nine attackers versus 5 blockers. We could attack with Doran and then use Disruptor to try to, like, bait them into coming in. That's my thought process. I want them to just try to go all out. If they draw a 4-drop, the Flamecasters hit us a little too hard. Okay. Hello. Prisma Basher for 5? Now, how many of these can I attack with? Probably just... What happens if I all out? I think they... Like, I think they... None of these trample. I think they block enough and we don't kill them. I think I need to just push these small amounts. Because they chump is really the answer on most of these. Yeah. That's a... Yeah. That's a problem. Do they think they have lethal if they all out me? They're probably just gonna wait until they can kill me with the flamecasters. I don't have double red. This is the real one. Okay. Get the most off the board. That's a 4-drop. Five blockers, 5 attackers, so everything's still even. Okay. One of these idiots off the table. 4 blockers to 5 attackers. Okay. Now we've evened things up. Again, they're just looking for big spells. Okay. I think we're able to finally, like... push more. Because we're forcing chump blocks now. Oh, God. Okay. None of these are huge. It's just a 10 that... We have 4 cards in deck, though. But I think we've got it. Oh my God, a second Dream Harvest. Yeah, because they have 4 blockers to our 6 attackers, 3 and 4 are minimums. So we did make it through. Okay. I feel quite good about, like, navigating on that. We had to have our opponent whiff a couple. Your opponent just hit 4s forever. I keep thinking, like, all right, so how do we upgrade the deck? And we don't. It's fine. We're having a fine time. And a 6, born in the year 1906. This will definitely work. This is the reason I'm... We had to... I think we ended that game at 5, right? Like... Okay. Sure. That'd be a good card to have in this deck, wouldn't it? Okay. One more land gets us Disruptor. Green, fixing. Take 1, sure. All right. You got a flash flag? Sure. Okay. I'll try this. They should just flash the Glamourmite back at us. Are they going to counter and make a 1/1? No way. No, they're just going to... Okay. Counter spell. So I wanted that in place so I could blight the Pyrex Strike. I'll be real with you. That was the reason I wanted that. 10 the Sprig gets us a 3/4. If we ever find green. Okay. Mutavault! Uh-oh! I love this buddy! Look at how cute this buddy is. Makes a Mutavault. You know what? Acceptable. Yeah, we'll be able to tend the Sprigs for a 3-4 and a land. Land will be a black source. I'll be able to Pyrrhic Strike for double kill. Oh. Oh no, how big of a Prisma? I'm about to get Prisma bashed. For lethal? So, good news, they didn't turn on their, Mutavault. Things would be a lot worse if they had turned on the Mutavault before that came in. I'm playing to try to win here. I don't know if we can, but if they have a kill spell, we're dead. Do they have another Prism? Yes, please. Prisma Basher 2, the sequel. Squeakquel! Yo, the Squeakquel! Alright, okay. You know? That one went kind of bad for us. Maybe a little suspect on our end. That's okay. Prisma Basher 2. The bashing. Yeah, they are absolutely gaming. It made it help we played. I don't look. What was my first spell? Turn 5? Keep. This is so much better. You might think, isn't this like a bunch of 5s and way too expensive stuff? Yeah, but it has all my colors. So, like, who cares? I'm gonna be able to grab all my blue sources for Disruptor of Currents. And I have Blightrot and even a Dream. I don't think this card's, like, actually any good, but, you know. Oh, no. I have to do this. I can't leave that card in play. I'm sorry. I have to give up Turn 4 Doran against that card. We'll just draw the land naturally, it'll be fine. It's actually pretty easy to do that. You just have to believe. Oh, no! Doran must fight Doran. No, sorry. Doran's fight and Doran's die. Let's go grab that second blue. Blight 1, please. Target that Doran. Let's get in there. White source. Interesting. Catharsis? Doran wins again! You know, our deck has so many things going on, but it also has turn 4 Doran, which... like, if you just draw your lands like this... okay. Yeah, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay. Yeah, Doran and all of our hard removal. Southern Cross, okay. These are the best kind of drafts because they're incredible, like, how not to setups. I'm keeping this because we've got 3 turns to draw the third land, and all of our cards, we have full fixing. So, I'm willing to take that bet. Now, our opponent's a little aggressive. The Lissalana Informant has 3 power. Lissalana Informant has 3 power and flies. So that's, like, bad, but... this makes a reach token. Okay, that's actually quite nice to see. I don't think I want this land untapped. So any land draw is 10 the Sprigs on, which is great. Had a fun double Doran. God. Alright, so they're not attacking into the on 4/4. I don't think we need the Changeling here. Actually, I don't think we need the island. Because we get the Changeling. And then we get to 10 the Sprigs. And now we've got defense. So opponent had 7 mana last turn and passed, by the way. So their hand is just removal. They have 3 kill spells. That's their entire hand. Well, Pyrrhic Strike is gonna get some work done, I suppose. They don't have anything for me to kill with the big end of this, do they? Okay. This is just disenchant. That's fine. We can't not do it, though, is the problem. Okay. Drawing. Okay, so here we get to go. Doran. Pass? Because I get to leave up Disruptor of Currents and Swat Away. I basically just get to do that for the rest of the game, huh? Opponent's at 36. We've got a mountain to chop, but we will chop. I also have a Dream Harvest to fire once I have enough mana for everything. Maybe if we swat away a spell to the top. By the way, this is a counter spell. That's fine. That's actually really good because we can just Disruptor the body. Like... Just keep chopping. My foe is a tree that will fall. How much mana do I have right now? Oh, I have enough to do it. I suppose? I think I still want to combo it with the Swat Away. I don't like that. But it's not enough to make me stop it. All right. Let's keep pushing. Okay. That's a really good draw right now. This gives us a huge life buffer. So they can million block on Doran, but we just bounce the token. Yeah. Like, I don't care. Boing. This deck plays some nasty control in the long, like, with how big these are. I feel so, like, safe where we're at. I could have played this, but I want to leave up Swat Up. Swat Up in case of problems. I found the problem. Uh-huh. Top, you say? That shiny, shiny Mole Drifter. The most prideful Mole Drifter there is. I'm so ready. Our Mole Drifter. Dream Harvester 1, positive. Thanks, Doran, for cutting down the opponent's very large tree of a life total. Gotta also call out the power of Tend the Sprigs to fix this up and make these bodies. Maybe I'm under-respecting. Did our opponent pizzas on us because we countered their Mole Drifter? Am I not gonna get to steal a Mole Drifter? In no world would you wouldn't steal. I would steal every Mole Drifter. We countered the Mole Drifter, and that was the end of the game. Doran again. So I have a lot of... I've talked about Mole Drifter, obviously. Mole Drifter is a card I have incredible affinity for decades. Like, my favorite card, Mole Drifter. I played Constructed Revelark for years. And in across those decks, red-white was one of them, but red-blue, picking up 2 Mole Drifters is as much you can do. Doran is another card I have a heavy affinity for. There's a foil full art Doran in the cube, only because it was a promo I got for top 8ing an event. The first event that I ever top 8'd. It was right when Lorwyn came out. I was playing black-green elves and just the most scuffed list in the world, but it, like, Renzer on Vanquisher was a good card. But that Doran also is a card I just have an incredible affinity for, so seeing it on our end, and sadly not joined by its friend, but in spirit, we know that it was joined by its friend. The Doran besieged by time, and the Pride Drifter is here. Yeah, I played Doran The deck wasn't great, but I played it in Block Constructed, which was a deck where you got to play Doran and, like, Cryptic Command because mono was fake, like, whatever you were doing. Lorwyn Shadowmoor Arrow, you could just do anything. There's never been... Adopt a Bowl Drifter. Like, I can't think of a freer... Nah, maybe Fetches and Duels era in Standard, but, like... I'm gonna keep this one again. It's got possibility for turn 4 Doran. It's got a... Like, we're on the draw, which means that third land is a lot more liable to show. Yeah, like, that's a 50% 3 times, which is good odds, versus 50% 2 times, which isn't great odds. Let's disguise this. I don't know that this actually disguises it, but, you know. Okay. Interesting. I think I want the Feardock core. Okay. All right, Doran. Now, do they have removal big enough for Doran? Is the question. Yeah, it's all the creatures have hexproof from their own colors, and then Tam can change their colors. Oh, no! Feed the flames! Well. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off Tam. Tam can self-target, but Tam doesn't have protection. Hexproof from white, hexproof from blue, hexproof from black, hexproof from red, hexproof from green. Trample. Alright. This Pyrrhic Strike might do some good. Like, we can Blight on Changeling Wayfinder, kill the Guildweaver, and hopefully something else. Cards in hand 2. Filtering out one of your islands. This one's blue hexproof. Okay. Now, without Doran, we're a little loose here. We've seen that we got to play our turn 4 Doran, but it got answered, so we're not in incredible positioning. Kulrith Zealot, huh? I think it's too big. Okay, filter away a mountain. This is probably getting the Pyrrhic Strike. Okay, Flame Chain Mauler for next turn. That's a super nice draw just because it's a large body. We want to hold on to a land. Actually, no, we probably don't because I want to threaten the core activation. I know that we have the draw 3 discard one, but the core activation is a little bit more of a, like, interesting threat to show them. It makes combat hard. They can't just come in with Cool Wrath Zealot. Help? Oh. That sucks because we're losing our 3-4. I can swat away it, make it their next turn instead. There's no second target. Yeah. So they get to cast that 2-drop. The Swat Away and Draw Dream doesn't work because it goes to their draw step immediately, because that was their end step. Now, again, the core, I think, holds so much of their... Well, tries to. Alright, they probably choose to put that on top. And then we kill the Cinder so they can't cycle. We could double block on Disruptor of Currents, but I think that getting rid of the Cinder is a little more necessary. The Maulers are actually going to be a long-term issue because they menace on the activation. Okay. So it's 4 to activate the core, so we can't block with it here. They get to play their Guild Weaver, but we have the 3/5 to answer that. We want to draw the Luminal Mollusk, I think. Actually, an extremely good draw here. Okay. We still have some problems, but like... This gives us next turn really powerfully. I have to wait and do it on end step after a Convoke. But this is a really good draw here. I think if we can make it past this turn with one of our 2 large creatures intact, we're okay. I think if we can make it through this with, like, Stratosower or the Fear Dot Core, I think we're okay. Okay. Core online. And we're gonna go... Oh, so we're gonna go... blockers. Like this? If I block with Fear Not Core on the Mauler, it dies because they can pump it. Ooh, okay. Okay. Omni Changeling on their Disruptor of Currents? And then what would I disrupt with that? I don't think we need to... Oh, God, we need something to, like... We can't disrupt the Disruptor. It's hex-proof. I think we're swapping their Mauler out. So next turn, we need 4 blockers. Oh. Yeah. Okay, alright. You know. Not Gruul. I understand. Well, what's your life total? 3? Alright, well. GG's. We still needed like another blocker next turn, and we wanted it to be one of our elementals that gains life. That one had a lot of tense moments to it. Alright. Well. Can you believe in a turn 4 Doran? I have to believe. In the turn 4 Doran. I will take action, thank you. That gets us to 10 the Sprigs because these are all tree folk. Do you have a Glimmermite? You have a kill spell? Spend a kill spell right here. Do you have a Plains? Ooh, you might have a Plains, though. Hold on. That's right, it is turn 4. Doran! I think they've got a Blight Rot. And that's not enough. That's why I'm fine doing this play. I think you've got a Blight Rot. I think you've got to stop it. Everybody loves to copy Doran. I love to copy Doran. Our opponents love to copy Doran, and well, all about them Dorans. So, all creatures are playing under Doran rules. Everyone is Doran. Stop. Okay. Okay. Oh, God, okay. Because it costs one less. Because of Doran. I don't think I can attack. Our Doran becomes a 5/10 and then dies to exactly 10 power. Okay. But the Luminol has Death Touch and a lot of toughness. They can attack with Marlin for 6. And hopefully... The bad thing is they got rid of my Blight Rot. Maybe we can... I'm probably holding the Sneakling. Alright, Marlin in for 5. Not Vigilant, though. This means we can get in with Doran. Okay. Okay. I'm going all out because I would rather get 2 damage and try to put our opponent a little bit more in a hole here than keep the body. We need to be pushing on this, or we're not winning. There's Marlin. I'll wait to use our shuffle. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's very bad. Free Bog Slither is... Oh no, my unexpected assistance too! Uh-oh. Ooh, this is a lot worse now. Yeah, so we take 4. We no longer have a Doran. Dream Harvest, Prisma Basher, either of those. Vibrance. We still have some live draws. Don't know that the core is one of them. Okay. So we are taking lethal damage from the attack right now if we don't block, but core blocks the Wicker Maw. Whatever you want, bud. You got it, boss. 1,000 lands are yours and yours alone. They could have made this red, I suppose. So, 1,000,000 lands, and they can play 2 lands a turn. 1, 2. I'm sorry. Do you have your own Doran? That's not going to work the way you want it to, but go ahead and try. Swat away Pyric, okay. They did recognize that they don't have lethal with the Wicker Maw. I was hoping they would miss that and come in with it so they would have one less blocker, but... Alright. Welcome to the Razor's Edge. What's left? Bring it in, folks. I suppose I don't need to full control. Alright, show me your own Doran, friend. Yes! Oh! Booyaka. Come on. You know, they just get these 4 for free. Alright. That's normal. Steal my dream harvest? You would steal my dreams? I think our opponent would steal my dreams. What a beautiful opponent to have as a final match. Thank you, Evac, for the excellent game. May Dorians await us all. Alright, I think this deck got like 4 more wins than it deserved. Thank you, Doran. I appreciate you getting us to the line. This was a this was a jalopy and a half, but it was beautiful. Oh, okay. Magic the Gathering, everybody. Always be Doran. I love how many times our opponent is just like, oh, whatever, I guess I'll copy that. 5/10s fight and 5/10s die. Alright, let's open some packs, call it. Gloom Ripper is another incredibly good Necrotal. Keep seeing this? I don't think we've seen this Dusk Urchin do anything. I've seen Tam doing real stuff. This thing always terrifies me. It's really good when Mana War. Yo! Here's one of the bonus sheet cards. I mentioned before the bonus sheet cards, almost all are from original block, Lorwyn block, Shadowmoor block. 1,000-Year Elixir being one of those. Very cool card and love the art on these. Didn't do shit.
Face this alone.
Damn, Johnny. Alright. Well, with that, that's gonna end it. Thank you all for joining today. Hope you had fun with this one. What is this? Chaos and Fury. I need one more goblin. Okay. But yeah, thank you all for joining. I hope you had a fun time. If you wanted to catch more, follow, subscribe. Cool Slime Skulls, Mole Drifters, and Mimics. Tomorrow we've got Trails. Wednesdays, Dragon Quest. Caravan Heart post game. Thursday's Little Town Hero, and Friday we'll be back to Slay the Spire. And then next week will be Alchemy showing up for Lorwyn. So, yeah, thank you all for joining. Thank you, Nick Thebron, for the bits. But yeah, have a good night, everybody.